Good afternoon again. Welcome to CDV. I hope you're well. Welcome to the news this side of this little shrub right here. Let's get into it. Leapmotor, the ones that have the C10 available in Australia. Now they're coming out with a B01, which is kind of cool. Size-wise, it's a bit bigger. It's a bit bigger than a Model 3. It's longer and taller than a Model 3. 460 litres of cargo space in the boot, plus 70 litres under the floor. Under the floor, in the boot, I'm assuming that is. It's not a frunk, I don't think. Haven't seen one yet, so I can't really tell you that. Inside, 14.6-inch touchscreen, 88% soft touch materials, 256 colours for ambient lighting for the mood. Biggest one just isn't enough, apparently. Official powertrain specs are still a bit quiet aside, and not saying anything. Drag coefficient is just 0.197 CD, coefficient of drag, with a range of 650 k's. That's not bad, 650 k's. I'm assuming that's WLTP, so that'll push it over the 500k mark real world, which is actually quite good. So when we'll see it in Australia? Well, not sure yet. Leapmotor say they will be here, but they're not giving a date. The local boss says up to 6 models are coming over the next 3 years, so should be soon, I hope. Hopefully it gets here pretty quick because, more EVs the better. And apparently a lot cheaper than Tesla Model 3 as well. Coming in at about 32,000 Aussie dollars, 36% cheaper. And that is, yes, including, or yes, before even any incentives are added to that. So that's actually quite good. Now, if you've got a pre-order in for a Cybertruck, we have. Don't know if I want it yet anymore. I don't know. The Chinese competition is coming. Here we have the GAC, the Pickup 01. Straight out of sci-fi, coming straight to Australia apparently. So, here's the story. GAC, Guangzhou Automotive Group, also playing at home. Just dropped the concept electric ute with a basic name of the bold Pickup 01. Well, not imaginative, but Pickup number 1, I'm assuming. So basically, as they're saying here, Tesla meets Tonka truck styling. Sharp edges. That's going to cause it in the comments. Sharp edges, you can't have that in Australian roads. Think of the pedestrians. Anyway. Under the skin, built on what a GAC calls is adaptive intelligent architecture. That means it can adjust the suspension and drivetrain on the fly. That's a pickup, it's not flying, it's not an aircraft. I don't know why it's on the fly. Then again, people do launch over sand dunes of these things. Flying, I guess. So basically, it will automatically adjust suspension settings for city streets or when you load it up. So it basically sounds like it's load sensing suspension. I mean, a lot of vans have that. Or if you're out in the bush, dirt tracks, or getting in the mud. Who knows? Wait to see what happens when it gets here. It says the cabin can transform into a mobile living space. So when you're off-roading, you can kick back and chill in your ute. That sounds so exciting. If it was a home office, or if you're travelling, if you're a tradie or somebody that works like in surveying or whatever, and you're always out on the road, and it could be your office, that could be a good thing. So with this, GAC are targeting Australia, Saudi Arabia and Chile first, in the first wave of launches. And from the only pictures seen so far of the official reveal at the motor show in China. Yeah, so the only reason I'm hiding over here, this side of the property today, is because it's a bit windy. Believe it or not, like 20k/h winds. If I go back up there towards the motorhome is and towards the slab is, it's a bit windy here. I'm behind the trees, out of the breeze, nice and quiet. So you guys hear what I'm saying. But yes, what was I saying before? MG released the S5 EV. Not bad, the SUV version of the MG4 hatchback. But the best thing is it starts at 40,490 drive away, which undercuts the 803 by 2.5 grand apparently. Not bad. I mean, MG's not a bad thing. Plenty of them on the roads. I see them everywhere, and they're good value for money, especially at 40k for a big SUV. 125 kilowatt rear motor, so it's rear-wheel drive. 2 battery options, 49 kilowatt hours and the 62. Up to 430 k's of range, WLTP, so again, probably looking at 350 to 400. Still not too bad. Fast charging up to 150 kilowatts. It's probably at the lower end of the fast chargers, but that's acceptable, which is good. Order it in the first 500 customers, so maybe about now if you're going to order one. 3 7 kilowatt home charger to the first 500 k's. Saved you about 1,200 bucks apparently. I'm assuming you've got to install it yourself, but even so, 1,200 bucks with a free 7 kilowatt charger isn't a bad little teaser there. So, what do you get with this thing? The Excite model comes packed with LED lights. I don't want packed with them, I just want them with the headlights and tail lights and stuff like that. 2.8-inch touchscreen, adaptive cruise control, that's pretty much standard in most cars. The usual wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and all that sort of stuff, and a heap of safety tech. And if you upgrade to the Essence, you get seated heats. Yes, I got it right in one go, the seated heats. Panoramic sunroof, well, it's great for in a car park, it's not really panoramic, is it? Wireless charge phoning, which is great, and a 360 degree sees everything camera and more. Performance, 0 to 100 in around 8 seconds. It's not, you know, it's not neck snapping, but it's still decent. 3 regen models for that EV feel. Really, come on, regen standard. Standard 1 pedal driving option, that's pretty cool. So charging, it's good for 30 to 80% under 20 minutes at a fast charger. So make of that what you will. This little bit of EV news comes from beyond the black stump, right here behind me, beyond me. Superchargers. Tesla superchargers, as we know, are extremely reliable. If you own a Tesla, that's one of the best things about the Tesla products, I guess, is their integration with their supercharging. It just works. No need to download apps, none of that sort of stuff. You literally plug your car in, you walk away. The Tesla ecosystem covers a whole lot, which is fantastic. And that also means other car companies would like to use them. So hence, you know, other car companies are using Tesla supercharger networks, which is pretty good. So now the Tesla version 4 superchargers are pretty much just been white branded, which means no labeling, no branding, none whatsoever. If you want to install a DC fast charger, you can ring Tesla up and you can get a version 4 Tesla supercharger with your branding on it. So basically they're opening up their superchargers to other charging networks, the likes of EV, NRMA, ChargeFox, all that sort of people can now buy Tesla version 4 superchargers. And so it says, why is this huge? They're ultra reliable, which is true, yes. They port up to 500 kilowatt charging. Most of them already do up to 250 kilowatts. They also come with longer cables to fit all non-standard Tesla vehicles, allows for faster deployment, and very easy to install apparently. What's the catch? Not much. Tesla playing the long game apparently, making EV charging seamless for everybody, not just Tesla, which is good. But you do have to get over the Tesla thing. So that's up to you, I guess. Now, EVs on off-road. As we know, there's not much in the way of the EV market when it comes to off-roading, except the Chinese manufacturer, Chery, are going to be coming to Australia with 3 new models called the ICar brand. We have the ICar 03, which is a rugged compact SUV, the ICar 03T, which is beefier, tougher, with a 4-wheel drive upgrade, so that's implying that the SUV is only 2-wheel drive, and the ICar V23, which is a baby of the bunch. Serious retro charm. If they make it look like a Suzuki Jimny, then they'll be able to win. That would be pretty cool. Australia will also get the range extended version, a plug-in hybrid. Not too keen on that because, you know, it's an EV channel for crying out loud. I don't want plug-in hybrids. They are cool cars if you need them and you don't have home charging. But yeah, they are a good gateway drug for EVs. Up to 500 k's of range on the Chinese CLTC cycle. I'm not sure exactly what that's going to mean in the real world. You have to wait and see until they get over here and people start driving them around. They do have a vehicle to load. So the V23 starts at $21,000 based on Chinese pricing. So probably going to cost more here. It's slightly bigger than a Suzuki Jimny XL with 43-degree approach angles and 212 millimeters of clearance, which would be great for that sort of terrain, driving through there. Perfect for that sort of stuff. But the bottom line is more EV choices, off-road, mini SUVs, lower prices. What's not to love? I mean, these, apart from the looks, I mean, you cannot love that. I don't. There's no reason why you couldn't. Some of them are actually pretty good. Actually, the red one looks too bad. Oh yes, speaking of chargers, going back, Xpeng are now going to try and compete with Tesla in bringing their own branded DC fast charger network to Australia, because they are selling the Xpeng G6. They are bringing a lot more models out too, which is fantastic. And they basically doing what Tesla's doing. They're going to bring their own X-branded DC fast chargers to Australia. Apparently they've already started charging the rollout. Yes, here we go with that. Charging the rollout in China, where the chargers can deliver up to 200 kilowatts of DC fast charging. Not too bad. So we've got Tesla, BYD and Xpeng coming out to Australia. I wonder if that's got anything to do with the Tesla going with the white labels on their DC fast chargers, or the superchargers, I should say. Interesting times ahead. So that's it. That's EV news of this week from the back of the black stump, which is over there somewhere. And welcome forests of Oberon. So if you got this far, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I really hope you take care of yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video coming soon. So have a good one.